Hi, this is Abel Stewart. So we're going to talk about chord inversions. Thus far, we've used the exact same chord positions for the same chord every time. There are different ways you can play these chords, though. So let me talk about that a little bit. So we've been learning the G chord, G, B, D, G. Now, you don't have to do it that way. You can also, for instance, put this here, D, G, B, and instead of the B down here, you pick up the B up here. All right, so B, D, G, D, D, G, B, or you can go G, B, D, like that as well. Similarly, you can also go down G, B, D, D, G, B. Now, why would you want to use those different ones? Because sometimes, particularly as you start learning melody notes in the right hand, you can pick up those melody notes better by using a different inversion, as we call it, of that same chord. All right, so for instance, let's say, for instance, I'm learning a melody. So I'm going to start with this. Da, 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 da. Then I'm going to go to the D. Da, da, da. It's another version. We'll cover that in a second. Then back to the G. And that's, of course, Mary Had a Little Lamb. So you see how doing those different inversions, I can pick up different notes and actually then start doing some melody work with the right hand. We'll get more into that melody work later, but that shows you the reason why you would want to learn some of these inversions. They're pretty helpful. All right, so the D, we had D, A, D, F sharp. Similarly, you can go D, F sharp, A, you can go F sharp, A, D. And which fingers you use, I'm not going to tell you you have to use exactly these fingers all the time. A lot of that's based on the comfort of what you're doing with your hand. Much of that is going to depend, as we learned with our chord cadences and progressions, like that. If I do my inversion, that's going to dictate a lot of which fingers I use. So like that. So if I do G, B, D, and then my D chord, I'm going to go to F sharp here, F sharp, A, D, back to the G, G, B, D, and then the C chord. So we're going to go, in this case, let's do that. G, I say G, C, G, C, yeah, G, C, and then I'm going to go use my pinky like that. All right, so the point is, if you can learn these different inversions, that helps you later to pick up some melodies, do some different things. You can do basic accompaniments just fine with the basic chords that I showed you before, but this just opens up a lot of possibilities later on as we get into melody work. So do familiarize yourself with these for later reference. It's going to be pretty important later on. All right, so again, these are inversions. Just be aware, you don't always have to play, you always have those notes in the chord, but which particular pattern that you stack those notes can be different, and it still sounds like the same chord, just in inversion, as we call it. Hope that makes some sense.